All right, hey there, everyone. I am back. I just hanging out, getting a lot of work done, and trying to goof off and have a little bit of fun at the same time. Because you just gotta have a healthy balance between work and play. So I'm punching in a good 15-hour day of work here today. That's been my world for the past couple of months. For the last 8 weeks, it's been 12-hour days every day, but we're kicking it and loving it, and looking forward to it slowing down a little bit in the month of December. So but I've got a meeting at 7 o'clock, so I just figured I'd jump in and hang out a little bit more. So I'm just looking over here on my laptop as well, so I can see when people sign in and join us this way, so I can jump in over here, make sure my volume is off over here, mute that. Yeah, so it's dinner time. I've got a few hours to kill, or not even a few hours, hour and 20 minutes to kill before my next meeting. So I've got deep fried pickles, which is one of my favorite foods in existence. It is the most unhealthy thing on the entire planet. But gosh darn it, I love it. My sister used to live in Florida, and she introduced me to deep fried pickles. I've never heard of them before until I went and visited her in Florida. And she has been loving them ever since. I mean, look at the grease. Look, the grease is coming through the box. That is how good this stuff is. Now, I'm 48 years old. I really got to stop eating this food. But, I'll get to... Exactly. Florida people know how to eat. And I ordered dinner. So this is what I am eating. I'm just hanging out, talking Star Wars. Exactly. Always Florida. Yeah. Always Florida. I actually really love Florida. I used to go to Florida every single January back in the day when I was a computer consultant. I was a computer consultant for about 15 years, specialized in IBM products, and IBM would always hold their yearly conference at the Swan and Dolphin Resort and at Disney Resort. So I would go there every year in January. Great time to go down to Florida to get out of Canadian winter, to hang out at the Dolphin and Swan hotels. So that was always a highlight of my year. So yeah, I'm gonna jump in, and Jay, if you're bored and if you want to join me on this stream, we can chat and hang out. Shoot me a DM on Twitter, and if you're bored and you want to hang out, because I'm bored, and that's pretty much all I'm doing. It's just killing a bit of time. So if you wanted to join me, just send me a message, and I'll send you the link. And yeah, so I'm literally getting caught up on all my Star Wars rumors and Star Wars news. I didn't have a heck of a lot of internet access when I was in Peru last week. There was Wi-Fi and internet access in the hotel, but it wasn't great. Sis Kryptonian, hey, how's it going, man? Good to have you here. And you know what? I will send the link. Let's see. Can I figure this out? If I go here. How do I send the link? Is it this link? Let me try this. Let me know if this works for you, Drunk. I'm going to send you the link. Let me know if this is the correct link. I just sent it to you. And then, nice background. This is my office. This is where I spend 12 hours a day, every day, completely surrounded by books. And since I'm here a lot, I try to make it homey. I actually have a couple of couches over there and a fish tank over there. And I try to make it cozy and nice, but I also have all my toys. And, Han Solo sitting on the Emperor's throne, to give him the proper respect that he should have gotten. But, yeah. Sis the Kryptonian, if you're bored, if you want to come and jump in on the stream with us, I just sent the link to Drunk. I could send it to you as well if you're wanted to jump in and join and just hang out for a little bit. We're just killing some time and hanging out. Yes, like I was saying, did I send the right thing? Yeah, so when I was in Peru last week, didn't have a lot of internet access, so I am getting caught up on all my Star Wars news. That little 30-second clip of the speeders going through. Cool. Okay, well, here, I'll send you this thing here right now as well. I think I've got you. Message. So I just sent it to you through a Twitter DM. So let me know if that's. I'm not sure if I'm sending you the right link. So, oh, wait a second. No. This is what I need to send. Oh, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same link. Okay, I sent that to you. Still at work. Whoops. What did I do? I'm still at work waiting for my appointment to show up. Oh. All right, so we can go here. I'll add.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for popping in. It's great to have you here.
Of course, man. I saw your link on Twitter, and I was like, oh, Rough Kev is going live. Let me check this out.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm literally just killing time because I've got another work meeting at 7 o'clock and I got bored. So
yeah, happens.
And I ordered pizza and I hate eating alone. So I figured I would just eat online. So
it's the best way to eat.
Exactly.
What kind of pizza did you get?
I am a plain old pepperoni kind of guy.
Pepperoni, respect that. Do you like to put anything on the pizza?
Kind of sometimes depending on the pizza place we order from, they have kind of these weird kind of cream garlic sauces.
Oh, like garlic butter
I like
sauce.
The dip. Yeah, I like to dip in garlic.
Have you ever tried ranch on pizza?
I have, yes.
What'd you think?
It's okay.
It's okay?
It's okay. Yeah.
I discovered that back in high school, and I was addicted for about a good month.
Oh, really?
Because I'd never thought to put anything on pizza.
Right.
Yeah, besides like Parmesan or something.
Sure.
Yeah. But I like those figures behind you, man, especially Emperor Han and Vader. Is that Qui-Gon behind Vader?
It is, actually, yeah.
Oh, sick.
I got a Qui-Gon Jinn. I have a few more that are actually in a box because on Sunday mornings, kids kind of tend to end up in my office and play with my toys.
Yeah.
Which I try to be friendly, and my mother raised me to share my toys, but I like it when they put them back.
Yeah, in one piece too.
Exactly. So sometimes I find them in other places. So
I used to have a Darth Maul figure, and my niece has just shattered it.
Oh, really?
Why are you?
Hey, we got James as well here.
Oh, what? You're following me? I was here first.
That's true.
How's it going?
It's going okay.
Yeah.
It's going okay. Congrats on your trip, man. The pictures look.
Oh yeah. How was Peru?
Peru was incredibly heartbreaking and awesome all at the same time.
Yeah.
I have never done anything like that before. So, and to do it with my 16-year-old daughter was just mind-blowing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm drinking tea.
I have a water bottle, but you guys can't see it because my camera's not working.
Oh, there we go.
Lies.
It's not lies.
Lies, I tell you.
Oh man. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, are you gonna try to you gonna try to make it to El Salvador next year?
If there's a spot on the team, I'm pretty sure I can get there.
There's a spot.
Because I was actually the group that oversees our budget for that kind of work. They're meeting tonight, and I just kind of slipped them a little email today saying, hey, there's some couple of opportunities for a couple more trips to go and support some more projects and kids.
We'll take your whole church, man.
There are a lot of people just excited, more and more excited to do stuff like this. Like my wife and daughter, they're like don't hold them back. They're ready to start traveling all over the world and helping more and more kids. So
that's awesome, man.
Bring your wife, bring your daughter. They'd have a great time.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Believe me, my trips aren't like it's not like a party bus or anything like that.
You go to El Salvador, eat some pizza, come back.
Pretty professional.
Yeah.
So
sure. Well, in this trip that I just did in Peru, it was really more like they didn't have work for us to do. Like they weren't work projects. It was more just to see the work that Compassion does.
Right. I've led. So I'm eating cheese. So sorry.
That's okay. I got to eat my dinner too. So.
Are you biting string cheese?
Kev, can you zoom out a little bit? Like hit another option.
Zoom out.
You'll see. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
I felt like my face was like right in everyone's business.
How's everyone doing?
So Compassion International, they used to contract people like me.
Okay.
To take executives and stuff to go see where their money was going,
Right. Yeah.
So we went to I used to take people to Kenya and Nairobi, Africa.
Okay.
No, years ago. In
Yeah.
2012, 2013. I guess it wasn't that long ago, but
Yeah.
they would see all the water projects and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Compassion was a good one, but I could tell you there's 3 other organizations that I was contracted with.
Right.
That if someone asked me, should I give to that one, I'd be like, no, don't do it. So
Yeah.
sad, but
Yep. Well, and I think that's what's really cool with those kind of trips, right? Because I think it's good to have accountability with this type of stuff, and when you can, say, hey, look, I've actually been there, I've seen it, I know where the money's going. Like I've seen the kids, I've seen the work, I've seen the water treatment plant, I've seen the way that they're supporting kids and getting kids off the street and helping moms and everything and helping people overcome alcoholism and abuse and all of that stuff. And
yeah.
so if you want to send your $40 a month there, it's good to go, right? Because you've seen it.
Well, Sith, you've traveled to Lebanon, right?
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Mostly to visit family, though.
I know, but when are you going back?
Who knows, man? Times are tough out here.
Where does your family from in Lebanon?
Like I don't want to say the exact place, but
Sure. Okay.
Near Beirut.
Beirut. Okay.
Yeah.
Beirut was mind blowing.
Yeah.
That was a cool trip too.
Was it hot, Sith, when you went?
Yeah. It was hot, and there was a bunch of construction work, so there was construction dust everywhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I think last time I was there, the whole ISIS thing was going on, and they actually took over a town in Lebanon while I was in there, and I was like, great. I was like, great. My family busted their ass to make it to America just so I could die in Lebanon.
Oh man.
But no, it was far away from us, thank God.
Right.
Yeah. No, Lebanon's a great country, man. Like there's a lot to do there. There's a lot to see. Most of the people there are really nice.
Oh, people are great.
Yeah, you can ski. You can ski in the mountains and then go down and chill on the beach in the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
Prefer America though.
Yeah.
I've been to Peru like 3 times. The food there is really good. Did you like the food there, Kev, or no? Wasn't your thing?
I did. It was really good. It wasn't. I was expecting it to be a little spicier. I don't know why. I was just
Yeah, no.
as
A lot of
thing to it that I was expecting.
a lot of countries there actually, like in Central America, the food there is not as spicy as people. I don't know why they imagine it to be spicy, but
Well, maybe just I'd probably eat a lot more Mexican food, right? So you just kind of assume Mexican, Spanish, the food would be a little bit more similar.
Like a Latin vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
they have Mexican food in Canada.
Yeah, we've got 2 restaurants in the whole country that serve Mexican food.
What's the rest? You better not say Taco Bell. That don't count.
We've just only started getting Taco Bell. I've actually never been to one. I've never eaten Taco Bell.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if it tastes different in Canada. Because you
poor
guys have like
Canadians, man. No wonder you guys are all.
We're all messed up.
You're gonna eat Taco Bell, and the first thing you're gonna think of is, "I need to go buy a gun." That's what you're gonna. Then you'll be truly conformed to being American.
There we go. Yeah.
it's gonna move to America.
Yeah.
It's not hard for you to travel in states, right?
Oh no, I could just hop in my car and I'd be in the US in an hour.
Yeah.
And like, you just show them your Canadian passport.
Yep.
It's like the most nicest open border, I feel like.
Yeah.
Up north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only time, when was I in Canada, was Niagara Falls. Is that in Canada?
Yep.
Parts of it?
Yeah. Half of it is in Canada, I think, then half is in the States.
Yes. Yeah, and the fun touristy part's actually in Canada.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
There's like nothing to do on the US side.
That's where the decks are and stuff, right?
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I can drive down to the border, show my passport, and say, "Why? What are you here for?" I'm going shopping. And they're like, "Okay," and you just go in.
Is it cheaper in the States than it is in Canada?
It used to be.
Oh,
So when my kids were little, we used to go down to the U.S. for the weekend right before school started, and we'd go and buy all the kids' school supplies and clothing, just kind of on the other side of the American border, and make a weekend trip out of it. Get a little motel with a pool and eat out and have some fun. But now the prices have kind of shot up, and the exchange rate is garbage.
really?
Oh yeah, I think for every Canadian dollar, it's only like about 70 cents US. Something like that. It's pretty bad.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, it's brutal. It absolutely stinks. So you always have to kind of factor that in. It's like, hey, yeah, let's go to Disney World. It's like, add 30%. Let's not.
This is that completely changes my view of when I get Canadian super chats and Canadian dollars.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, I wonder, like, is that like half of the actual amount in US? Really, it was more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Well, that's what I always joke when I send a super chat to someone. I say, yeah, here, enjoy this Canadian dollar. Like it's
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the only time I've been in Canada, I never left the airport. I was on a connection flight. I went to the Montreal airport, and I was so creeped out because everybody was so nice there and so quiet. It was not, like, okay, it was either Montreal or Toronto, one of the two. But
okay. Montreal's not, they don't have a reputation for being nice.
I know, but it was like, I was in an airport and it wasn't empty. There were people there and it felt like I was in a library at points. Like, I was like, wow, like. The worst airport, though, is Charles de Gaulle in France. Everybody's grumpy there.
I've never been there.
Yeah. Especially in like when you go through customs, it's the worst. Hey, Mario, what's up? Yeah, the customs guy was like, if you weren't getting your belt on fast enough, he started like yelling at me. Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, chill. I'm like, chill, dude. You're French.
right. That French passion that starts kicking
Yeah.
up.
I love Toronto Airport. I go through there all the time.
Yeah.
So
Why didn't you go through there when I was going through there then?
I probably was. I just avoided you.
Whatever. I probably didn't know who you were.
That's it. You wouldn't even recognize each other back then. Just
Yo, what if we actually did pass each What if that actually happened?
That'd
That's
be funny.
crazy.
and we could have all been sitting at that airport at the exact same time and not have even known it.
Whoa.
It's pretty big. Like
It is.
the thing about Toronto compared to most airports in the States, when you get off the plane from wherever and you got to go to the main terminal, they got that long, like, what do you call that? You just ride it?
Just like those conveyor belt type things.
Yeah, you just ride it. It's like super long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the luggage, right? That's what those are for.
No, for people.
I know, but they is it because like they assume people are carrying luggage or something? I always wonder why they had those.
I didn't get it yet.
Yeah, I think it's.
You know why they have those?
Faster.
They have those to keep the flow of traffic moving.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, because if they didn't have it, like, you know how sometimes people stop when you're walking, they stop, and people are like, if they're in a hurry, they're like going in and out of airports, so they put those things in, so it kind of like keeps people like,
Oh, is
like
that why?
moving
Like,
around? I mean, because they are optional, and then if
Yeah,
the way you do it is like if you're gonna stop, you go to the right, but if you're gonna walk on them to go faster, you're supposed to stay on the left. But sometimes people don't do that either.
Mhm.
some people get mad when you just stand on it and you don't walk while you're on it, and I'm just like, bro, like, chill. This is what these are for.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to be on the right hand side if you're gonna stop, left hand if you're gonna walk.
No, I'm saying while you're on it, you just let it move you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I always feel like
Yeah.
I'm the $6 million man when I'm on those things. Like I like to kind of like move in slow motion, but look out the window. And it's like,
It's like, oh, this is really slow surfing.
And they have the new ones now that are almost like super speed, where they start off slow and then they expand and they go faster, faster, faster. Those are kind of.
Have you guys ever been to Heathrow?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, I was just there in October.
What do you think of it?
It was crazy.
Yeah,
What is
it's
that?
definitely crazy. Heathrow, the airport in London.
London, England.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went and when we had a couple of hours to wait when we were leaving Lebanon. So we went to Beirut to Heathrow, and then we were coming back to Canada.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so we just walked around all the shops, and I'm like, wow, these stores are massively out of my price range.
So get this, right?
Shops here.
Get this. When I went in 2014, we got cheap tickets, right? And we're like, oh man, it's a steal. These tickets are so cheap. And then I realized why. The first flight is a connection flight up to Canada an hour. Then it was to God, where was it? London, Heathrow. And it had a 12-hour layover, and we got there in the middle of the night when everything was closed.
Yeah.
And I remember the first thing I thought when I got there, I was like, oh, they actually have accents. It's like the TV, which is cool. But I got pissed because I was up for I think 30 hours at that point. And I finally fell asleep, and some security guard woke us up. He's like, "You have to move. You have to move." And he woke me up right when I finally fell asleep. I would have ended up in a British prison, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was horrible. It was like a 36-hour trip just to get to Lebanon. It could have taken half that time.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm not keen to go back anytime soon.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe? What's up, Flip?
Joe, Flip. What's up? I'm just copying drunk right now.
Got a few people in here joining us.
Oh, thank you for the congratulations. That's the worst part of any travel, the first day. Airports, flights, layovers, this and that. You can get past that.
In lines. Dude, in the airport in Lebanon, we're in this long line I forget what we're doing. We're in this long line to come back, and we were waiting. I think we had to confirm our ticket or whatever. And then we see like these like sheiks from Saudi Arabia just like with their nose up, and they get to skip the line. They walk right past us. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this would
Right.
it was so annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that those are the parts of traveling that are the worst. And then the plane, you're stuck, you're cramped up on the plane, like you can't do anything for like 8 hours.
So
Yeah.
I've been thank you, Joe. Thank you. I'm almost at 7.1. I'm like 10 away. But the last time I went to China, I had a group of like 8 people. We're gonna do some work with the orphan kids there and like the colleges. So we stop in Toronto. We get from everybody met in Toronto. So I came from Orlando. These people came from wherever. So Toronto was like 8-hour layover, no problem.
Right.
And so we met up in Toronto, and for whatever reason, like my knee was hurting, my ankle was hurting, and I'm like, from Toronto to Beijing is 15 hours.
Right.
So I'm like, can I get an exit row? Emergency exit, so I have more leg room.
That's right.
So I went in line. I had nothing to do but kill 8 hours. Talk to this guy from Canada, back and forth, back and forth. There's no one behind me. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, he goes, you Starlight member? I was like, yes. He's like, all right, how many miles you have? So he looked it up, and he goes, you got enough for first class. You want to use it? You'll use a lot of your miles.
Yeah.
And I went, first class, 14 hours? I was like, round trip? He goes, yeah, round trip. I'm like, book it now, please.
Why are you still talking?
It's like, yeah.
So he's like, well, do you think the rest of your team is going to be up? I was like, I don't care. They'll be fine. So here's the best part. So this is what Air Canada does, you crazy Canadians.
Yeah.
So when it was time to board the flight, they go, I'm sitting with my group, I'm not really saying anything. I just figure we'll all walk on together, and I'll just kind of go left while they go right.
Yeah.
So they go, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, can we have our first class passengers, please? So I'm like, I just kind of got up and walked up, and they're like,
everyone
doing, Jay? So then we line up. And then this lady comes out. She goes, these are our most special guests. Not that you all aren't special, but give them a round of applause, please. They've each won. They gave us a $100 gift card to not Walmart, but maybe it was Target. I don't know. They gave us a $100 gift card to some store in Canada.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all these people are like looking at us like mad, like, why are we clapping for these clowns? We're sitting here. I'm gonna be riding in coach for 15 hours for crying out loud. I'll be riding in coach for 15 hours. Why am I clapping? And they're getting a $100 gift card for what?
Yeah, why do they have a gift card?
Yeah.
They can afford first class.
Yeah, it was $100 gift card for Air Canada. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Air Canada lost my luggage each and every time I flew with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it gets better. So I get in the plane, and if you've never flown first class, like not business class, like first class. So you get in, and they already have your name printed out on your seat, like with a glass of orange juice, a glass this. It's all laid out on your seat with a cheese plate. It's all ready to go.
Right.
So I had the middle section, which is the lower class first class. I didn't care. So I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Across on the other side is like the high-end first class. You get more stuff. You get more charging ports. You get, I don't know what it is. You get more stuff. You get like little bags, free bags. So
yep.
There's a little girl sitting next to me, and the mom was in front of me. So according to Air Canada law, the child has to, if she's under 13, has to sit either in front or behind the parent.
Okay.
So I don't know why.
Yeah.
So they asked me, they're like, would you care to move to this even bigger seat with more luxury and more stuff? And I'm like, no problem whatsoever. So because I moved, the captain came and visited me. He shook my hand, was like, thank you we're sorry to inconvenience. I'm sitting there. Now listen, I don't fly first class. So I'm sitting here going, people that live like this,
yeah,
like they live in a different world.
They do.
They get catered to all the time. They're like getting pampered. They're getting this. They're getting that. So inside then they gave us that were in the luxury first class, they gave us these bags. So they had these big duffel bags and they were filled with stuff.
Yeah.
They were filled with noise cancellation headphones that you could keep. I don't know what brand it was, but I gave them away because I got 2 pair. I got another pair coming back. They gave you a pair of slipper shoes, like not like little sockies, like furry boots things.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. You got a bathrobe.
A bath? What do you need that for on a plane?
There's a shower on the plane.
What?
There's a shower in first class.
Oh my god.
And then there's a full bar where you can get out of your seat and sit like at a bar, like on a stool. And there's enough for every passenger. It goes all the way around. Everyone in first class. There's enough. There's one seat for everyone. And so the food and drink you can eat, like you can order your dinner like over and over again. They'll keep bringing it out. So you get this free duffel bag. And on the way back, I got a book bag. It was like a rope sack. You know what I mean? Like a rope sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said Air Canada on it. And it had the same stuff in it. The headphones were like the big thing. Like I was like, wow. I mean, they were legit Bluetooth, like Beat headphones. So I'm just like, it's unbelievable.
Is it the Emirates where you get your own king size bed?
The Emirates, yeah.
Yeah, that I would have loved that on my 36-hour trip.
The Emirates first class is you got to go upstairs. So you enter the plane and then you go up, and there's like a little piano and a guy playing the piano and all that stuff in there.
Like you said, it's a completely different world, right?
It is.
It's a totally different world.
You're sitting there, and the guy's like, the lady comes up, and she opens up this suitcase, and it has every magazine you could ask for, even adult themed. All right.
Yeah.
So she's like, you just take one. If you want to return it, you can. If you want to keep it, you can. And so I was like, no, I'm good. And I don't know how to act. I'm sitting here like,
wait, they let people return the adult ones?
Is that free? Is that free? Is that free?
Yeah.
So I kept asking, and they were like, finally, the stewardess, she was like, you've never done. I was like, listen, this is my first time. You got to walk me into it. I don't want to look stupid. Because everybody else knew it. They all looked like they knew what they were doing.
Right.
So
how much is Emirates first class?
Emirates, last time, Emirates to fly to Dubai from America, first class is like $25,000.
Jesus.
That's so bad.
Well, you have like, I mean, celebrities are on that flight, you know?
Right. See, and
imagine getting.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Riff.
Well, I was just gonna say, like I used to do a ton of traveling when I was younger, because I used to work in the computer industry, like right in the mid 1990s, like in like the height of the .com boom, the .com boom, and the internet was like exploding. And so, like those were the days, like in that industry, we were like just printing our own money, right? And we were traveling all over the place. But I had no clue how much travel cost. Because we had someone in our office who would book all of our flights and all of our hotels, and you just kind of drop your gold-plated American Express card and just go everywhere that they told you to go. And when I left that and I had to pay for a plane ticket for the very first time, I was like, how much is this? Like, I couldn't believe it because I had no clue. There's no concept of it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Have you guys been to Dubai?
No. I've only been to a couple states and then Lebanon, and that's it.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah. I have a great social life.
Dubai has everything that you hear on the internet is true.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They have a mall there with a ski hill with snow in it.
In the mall?
In the mall, yeah. So if you like shopping and you want to take a break and go catch a few slopes, you know, no problem.
I feel like that's excessive.
What's excessive is the baby tiger petting zoo that's in the mall too.
Oh my god.
So that's very excessive. And then I should like
that cost to do that. You know?
More than what I had.
Okay. Yeah.
More than what I had. The Apple store in the Dubai Mall was all the app. They had like some normal Apple products, and then on the other side were all of them dripped in like titanium, platinum, and gold. And they were. I have photos. They're like talking like $20,000 for an iPhone, man. Like ridiculous.
That's just ew.
It actually gets me. It actually got me a little aggravated because I had just came from Sri Lanka and India.
Right.
Where like we're seeing people eating one meal a day and all that stuff, and I'm like, here are people just like,
Right.
I need an iPhone. Here you go, keep the change.
Yeah.
Different world, man.
Let's go pet some tigers. Yeah, it's very different. Let's go pet some tigers. Here you
Yeah.
go. Let's go ski on a mountain in the mall while we're shopping for Adidas. Cheers.
Yeah. Well, and how did like because you've done a lot of trips like this, so how do you process like the jump between those two worlds? Because like honestly, this is new for me. I'm still mad at everybody. Like I'm mad at all the rich people, and I'm mad at myself. I'm like, I need to sell my house, and I need to give it all away.
I stay mad.
Stay mad.
It keeps me motivated.
Here's the secret. I'm always angry.
Yeah.
I mean, at first, I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is you know, you kind of laugh at it. It's different, but if you stop and settle and you let it get, like when I first started doing these trips, I was not a nice person. Like I would come back and be like, how dare you waste that water? You know, I mean, it was just like nonstop.
Turns into the dark
My
night.
phones had to be like, dude, we can't hang out with you no more. Like, so it was bad. So on a serious, like not killing the mood, and feel free to laugh at whatever.
Yeah.
When I came back, the one time I came back from Haiti, this was after the earthquake, and not to kill the mood or anything like that. There was some major tragedies that I had witnessed with children, and I'm just like, I came back to the States just angry, you know, like at people like throwing money here and there and whatever. And so I actually went to counseling, and I got diagnosed. This was back in 2012, maybe 2011.
Right.
I got diagnosed with what they call, and I wasn't even a missionary, but they called it missionary stress syndrome.
Yeah.
Was the name of which is where you've seen so much horrible things.
Yep.
That you don't process it, and so it makes you depressed and angry.
Right.
And so that's the technical term. But I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't there from a church or religious, anything like that. And so, but that's just what they categorize.
Named after that group of people who do that work a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And so all the research from those people.
So I had to take, and I'm not ashamed. I don't care what anybody thinks. I wasn't ashamed. I had to take, you know, medicine. I saw a counselor twice a week, and I had to go through some therapy for almost a year. And then it finally, like,
wow,
I went from this angry, I tell people all the time, you should be such an angry person. I went from this angry person to just seeing people in poverty enjoy life as to what they have.
Right.
Having joy with them, and seeing rich people enjoy what they have, and seeing poor people enjoy, and seeing middle class enjoy what they have, and seeing, and so beginning to hold on to that, saying, I get it. Would they want more money, more food? Of course. I mean, everybody would. Middle class, upper class, even rich people. They asked this one, Warren Buffett, like, don't you have enough money? And his answer was, I just need a little bit more. So it's just you know, so I just learned, and over the year, like, I have to hold on to the fact that there's people in poverty that are happy. And it's crazy that you look at suicide rates, depression rates, and in more impoverished country, there's no like suicide rate or people suffering depression.
Yeah.
And you just kind of wonder, like, why is that?
Yeah.
You know, like, why is that?
It's a rich person condition.
Yeah.
It just seems like the research kind of points more and more to that, which is
That's sometimes, or it's just, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of meaning that comes with surviving, right? Like if you
Yeah,
can,
you're
for
right.
example, if you can, like, if today you trekked up a hill and you got to a well and you finally got water for the day, like that's your goals. That's your,
Yeah.
what's the word? That's your motivation for that day, and you achieve that goal. Here in the States and in a lot of first world countries, I feel like there's a lot of aimlessness, and I feel like we take for granted simple things, and we kind of grow up not enjoying, dang, I'm really lucky that I got to get up today. I got to have a shower. Like, like we don't appreciate that stuff. So we sort of feel, what's the word? We feel like
because it's a habit.
we focus on what we don't have.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
we fail to see what we are lucky to have because we take it for granted because that's what we grew up with. But
Right.
I feel like
it's
somebody,
habit.
I feel like somebody who grows up in like a poorer country, like they appreciate the little things in life because it's probably everything else is so scarce for them. And I feel like there's a simplicity to that. And there's a lot of meaning that comes with that.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, that's some of the things, like with some of the work that I've done with like young people here in Canada. It's like, just like, oh, I hate school and it's a waste of time. I hate school. Then you go off to Peru and they're like, they'd kill that. They would just absolutely give everything to have the education opportunities that we have.
Right. Yeah.
Anything to get into
because for them, there's more meaning. There's a lot more meaning to it.
Yeah.
What I've learned and what I'm still trying to figure out is a lot of people in impoverished countries do not put their identity in their poverty or in the things that they have.
Right.
They have put their identity into something bigger or something or family or something. And
that's a great point, because another thing besides aimlessness that I think plagues first world countries is materialism. A lot of times,
like we put our identity in how big our social media is, or how much stuff we have, or the car we drive, or
and we look for validation in material things.
Yeah, and when you don't really, when you're in a place where that's not important,
right?
Your identity is in something else, and whatever they have, like sometimes I go, I wish I had that, but I don't know what that is, but.
And you hit on a great point, Drunk. Like, also in those countries, they tend to have different values. Like, they value family, they value interpersonal connection, right?
Yeah.
Here, like, the more we have, the more disconnected we get. And it's a little bit sad, but I guess it comes with the territory with technology and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dang, this got deep.
I love it. This is good stuff. This is good dinner conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. How's your pizza?
It's great. I've eaten almost half of it, so it's great.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Sid. It makes me. I don't really get a retrospect of it until I'm there.
Yeah.
And then, like, once I come home, like it takes about 3 weeks before the Americanism just kind of comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but it's just kind of like, you come home and I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. But then it's like, start watching TV, start hanging out, start doing things. You're like,
yep,
that would be nice to have. That's not so bad.
Yep.
I need to get that, and stuff. And so then it doesn't take long to get back. And then I travel again. And I'm like, what was I thinking?
Right.
So, but it's the balance of the force, you got to balance it all out.
I think if you can find meaning in the little things in life, you'll never be short on happiness.
But the trick is, how do you find that meaning?
A lot of work, and I don't have the answer yet, man.
Oh man, and when you do, just let us know. Yeah. Well, that's what, like, again, this trip to Peru.
I don't want to hear it, Rev. You're supposed to have the.
Well, I have my answer,
You're supposed to have your identity.
Yeah, wait a minute. You're Reverend Kevin.
Answer on anybody, so.
So don't be throwing that card around. I'll call you out on it.
You know what I'm learning though? You know what I'm learning though, like I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I think what's helping is because like it's no secret, like I've talked about this publicly. I struggle with depression and anxiety, and I take medicine for it, and it's just something I've dealt with in my life. That
Wait, what?
It's in my family.
Yep.
It's nothing, Joe. Yeah. So what helps a lot, and I think that what will help people is if like they can just shut off a lot of the excess noise that you don't need, and worry less about things that are just not in your control, and then shift your focus into achieving short-term goals, like little goals that are achievable every day. Like you'll find that like even just like, for example, you mowed the lawn today, you got it done, you checked it off a list. You'll find a bit of happiness and meaning in that, like, and that helps. Every little thing helps. I think how we get there, Drunk, if I had any guess, it's we shift our mentality.
Yeah.
And it's a process. You're not gonna be able to do it in one shot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the thing, you know, it's like you stress out. Well, we're on YouTube, so we could use that as an example. We all stress. Well, I know I do, and I know Sid
Yeah.
has, but we stress out over YouTube and subscribers and views and just trying to feel validated that people really like what you're doing. I mean, struggle with that, but then it could get so much like where you just got to be like, I got to let that go because
let it go.
It's going to kill me. It's going to kill me if I keep.
Yeah.
It's going to kill me mentally if I don't keep. You know.
Exactly. It'll burn you out very fast.
And I even found that was because I didn't think I was that type of person. I thought I've gone for counseling for years, and I've, probably like you, Sith, like I struggle with generalized anxiety disorder. I've been on medication for that on and off, different things like that. And, gotten to a stage of like, hey, I'm 48 years old. Like, hey, people don't like me. I'm okay with that now, and thought I was good with that till I got into this YouTube thing. And then like these little voices start getting into your head like, oh, why is that person? And why is this happening? And why is this channel taken off? And why is yours not? And all it's just like, holy crap, I'm supposed to be doing this just for kicks and giggles and having fun.
Right. It just comes, that's YouTube is like sort of designed that way. It's designed on numbers. It's designed on, and then YouTube rewards those things. So when you don't get those things, you feel like, you're just not measuring up.
Right.
But, and it's funny you mentioned that, I was doing this for giggles. Like that's something I dealt with, like, cause I took like a big break from YouTube recently.
Right.
I started YouTube, and what it was for me in the beginning, it was sort of an escape from my troubles, like from the depression I was dealing with, from the anxiety, from school, from life, from all the other things life. It was fun. Right. Until I started thinking the way we just thought about, which is normal. Every YouTuber thinks this way because it's just human, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when YouTube started to become a stressor, started to become a source of the things I was escaping from. So I had to step back, and I had to really remind myself why I'm doing this and that I need to enjoy it. Like, so when I make a piece of content, I'm making it basically because I like it. I'm making it for me. And then if anybody else likes it, great. We can have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
But and what I've learned too with YouTube is, and Drunk knows because many times I've had conversations with him about this, like you can also end up, because of those things that we talked about, like, oh, why am I not measuring up? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? You can end up putting way too much pressures on yourself to make a great video or to get it out by this time. And the reason you got to where you were in the first place is because you weren't stressing about those things. So sometimes you got to step back and get perspective.
Yeah.
Also, Twitter breaks help because Twitter just is,
it's evil, man.
It's so bad.
Is it just me, or is Twitter just getting uglier and uglier?
It's getting worse.
I wasn't sure. It's like, it was just like the people I follow, but it's like,
it's getting worse, man.
Like, I gotta like unfollow this person, unfollow this, or block this. It just seems to be getting uglier.
Yeah, a lot of muting going around. But yeah, it's just for our peace of mind, no offense to anybody. Again, I've tried to stay above the drama with Twitter since I came back, but it is getting worse. And my theory is that on Twitter, we only have like a certain amount of words to say what we have to say. So we have to maximize, what we say so that it can get the most attention. And what gets the most attention usually? Negativity. So people become conditioned to speak that way. They see other people speaking that way, and then that basically is Twitter by its very nature conditions you to go negative very often. So you kind of have to catch yourself.
Right.
And it rewards negative tweets because they get retweeted and liked. And
yeah, very true. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just.
So why is that?
just how it is.
But it can't. Why is it how it is?
Because people like negativity. And
Yeah, I'm pretty
Twitter.
positive though. People seem to like it.
Well, and you
Me
know what?
too.
And I think there is some truth to that. There is like
Wow.
negativity does take off, but I'm actually seeing a lot of the positivity as well, and that's taking off as well. Maybe not as quickly.
It's taking off as a reaction to the negativity.
Yeah, but I also think it has a deeper engagement. Like when you look at the people who actually interact with your content in a meaningful way, do you find it's like as you're doing like say like in Jay with your stuff, like with the positive stuff that you're doing, do you find you're getting more people interacting and engaging with you when you do something more positive than say if it's more of a negative thing? You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
I
don't know what that is, but
Yeah.
I mean, I could be just as negative as the next guy on
Yeah.
Twitter, because I get aggravated. I mean, me and Sith both have been called a slew of names I probably would never say out loud because
Yep.
for what? For nothing, and for association or
Right.
attention
Or
for
whatever,
attention, man. How many times in our comments, Drunk, where somebody will like rip us a new one and then we answer nicely and then they'll respond like, "Oh man, I was just joking. Like, I
I had a
actually really
bad
like
day."
you." You had a bet. They just wanted attention. They just wanted to be acknowledged.
Yeah, it was just basically they wanted Sith Kryptonians' attention because he wasn't giving it to them at that moment in time.
Right.
And then when we gave them a little bit, they were like, "Yay, I got what I wanted."
Yeah.
And when it's not in the way they expect, because it will answer them very nicely. Like, look, sorry you don't
Yeah.
like my content. If you feel you need to unsubscribe, that's okay. I appreciate the time you put in up till now,
Right.
And honestly, the more we do that, I feel like that's the way things are going to change, because I think what people are so like innately, even like it's almost subconscious. They're so used to a negative culture on social media that maybe that's why what you're talking about is happening, right? When they see something positive, it stands out more.
Right.
But I think it's I think there's a really bad culture that's not only entertainment but social media and political.
Oh yeah,
I think everybody drives negative. Like
you know what? You
this is what
just made a
bothers-
great point.
Oh, go ahead.
You just made a great point. I'm just going to interrupt you quickly. You're welcome. You made a great point about the political nature. You're right. The election in 2016 and the political divide that resulted from that has manifested through social media. So it's contributed to the negativity of the website. And then you look at Twitter, like Twitter will make sure that no matter what trends are tailored for you, they'll always put Trump in there or something political or a piece of political news in your trending. So like you can't escape it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
so-
John, continue.
No, yeah, you're absolutely correct. And so the thing that drives me crazy is when people go, "I hate YouTubers that drive negativity for clicks." And I go, "Well, do you watch the news?" Yes. Well, they do the exact same
And
Yeah.
thing.
worse.
That's right.
And then like you could go, to any type of outlet or even journalism,
Mhm.
and it drives the exact same thing. I'm almost positive that some of these anti-anything articles, like what are we saying? The Joker for whatever reason, people love the Joker. People are just going to talk negative about it because it'll drive traffic.
Rage bait. Yeah, rage bait.
To their thing. But that's not only a YouTube channel, that's Twitter posts, it's Facebook posts, it's CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, it's the president, it's the Canadian Prime Minister, it's the Democrat Republic. I mean, whoever, like I had no issues with what's his name? Trudeau.
Trudeau.
All right. I had no issues with them until like Trump got elected. And then I was just like, yeah, I don't think I like him anymore, because not that Trump exposed him or anything like that, but to see that he's no different than everyone else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's a male Hillary. Like, no offense, or if
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
for
like
him, that's okay.
none taken.
He just panders to everyone. You saw when he went to India, he wore the Indian clothing. He started dancing like them. Like,
Yeah.
it's very cringy pandering. It's very phony. And then when you start to see some of the things he's done in his past, it shows that it's just phony. Like,
Yeah.
like, and then his
Well,
policies. Like, I won't get into political.
But
stuff,
Canada
Yeah.
had the greatest politician in the history of the world. And if you don't know him, he's passed away now. You need to watch his videos on YouTube. He was the greatest politician ever in the world. And he was the mayor of Toronto. His name was Ford.
Oh,
So he was like 400 pounds.
he was a blight on the Canadian landscape.
Listen, if he got caught like doing cocaine and like hookers and all this stuff, and he still wins elections, right?
Oh wow!
There was one time in the office
He was
where, like, I guess they were in like their Congress. I don't know how it works in Canada, but he was like getting ready to leave, and he was just kind of upset, and he runs over a lady, like flattens her.
What?
And
He was psychotic.
he just keeps running, but he kept winning.
Well, his brother is now the premier of the entire province of Ontario.
Really, Ford?
Is that like the governor?
Like what? Sorry?
Is that like the governor of a state, like the equivalent?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because your governor
Dang.
kind of like, so you have your federal parties, and then you have your states, and whoever the state is, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's the same thing. So, well, and it's interesting because that's one of the things I've found out, like with the comments on my YouTube channel and Twitter and the people I've been meeting. I think just automatically when people find out kind of what I do for a living and what my religious beliefs are, then like when you find out I'm a Baptist pastor, like that just comes with a reputation. And automatically the assumption is, well, Rev Kev, he hates this and he hates this and he hates this and he hates this. And then when people actually watch my stuff and they comment, they go, like, wow, like you're a nice guy. like they don't actually expect it.
I don't know, man. Your review on Kanye West's album was a little.
That one video got me like 200 subscribers in 2 weeks.
Wow.
It was crazy. And I had people sending me messages like, hey, would you pray for me? Like I'm hooked on crack and I can't get off. Would you pray for me?
Wow.
Like, just like people who I've never spoken to ever. Right. Just reaching out and thanking, and I think again in that, maybe, I don't know if it's the hip hop culture, but because I did that video with my son, they're like, I wish I had that relationship with my dad. I wish I knew who my dad was. It was like heart-wrenching stuff people were sharing.
From the Kanye West video?
Yeah. Like there's like a couple hundred comments on there. And
Do you still listen to the album?
I still have it on my phone and my son listens to it constantly. So whenever he's in the car, Kanye's playing in my car.
And he goes, for whatever it's worth, as a pastor, you probably would, I don't know if you appreciate it or not, but he goes every Sunday, he goes to a different college campus and does like a church service.
Yep. Yeah, and he's been going to prisons as well.
Yeah. So he does a Sunday at a college, Sunday night at a prison, or Saturday night at a prison. And that's like his American tour.
Yep.
Kind of
dang.
I know, it's crazy. It's like,
it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I have no problem with it. And then I say that, and then I get the angry Christians who get pissy at me for saying that.
Angry Christians there's angry people in every group now. I learned that I just can't judge Christianity on the angry Christians because there's angry.
Some people attach themselves to things because
they want to.
They're angry. They don't like how certain things in the world make them feel, so they want to change it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's just normal for every group.
Very true.
But the thing is, just like the news media, when something happens, they always find the craziest, angriest person to interview just to
Yep.
get. And so, like, if there's something happening with like Christians, they find these Christians,
Yeah.
they put them on the news, and you're like, what the freak?
Yeah. It's like, no,
They don't believe that.
yeah.
I mean, it's just, and they do that with every. I mean, I just do Christians because we were talking about that, but they'll do that with.
Sure.
They'll do that with anybody. It's crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Insanity. So do you guys do not celebrate Thanksgiving?
We do. We just do it in the real time of year that you should have it in October.
Okay. So when we celebrate Thanksgiving, which is Thursday, what will y'all be doing?
Working.
Okay, it's just normal.
Hoping to find some good Black Friday sales online. So
Now, do Canadians have Amazon?
Yes.
of course we do. Actually,
If
just
internet.
down the road from where I work here, just down the highway, they just built one of those big monstrosity Amazon distribution centers. It's crazy huge.
I didn't know that, because like I have Prime, Sith. I didn't know, like, how does Prime work with Canadians?
Yeah,
Through
no,
the
we have
internet. I have a confession that I haven't been to confession. That's funny.
that's okay, Joe. I haven't been to confession either because we don't do that. We
Last time I did
straight to
confession,
the big guy. We don't need a middleman. So,
last time I did confession was my first communion when I was a kid.
yeah. Yeah, I grew up. The last time I did confession, I was actually a little kid, and so you go into that room, where you get the priest on one side and you're on the other side, and I kind of
Yeah.
saying everything I've done wrong, and he's like, "Well, what else?" And I'm like, "No, that's it." He goes, "No, there's got to be more. What else?" So I started making stuff up. So I'm lying to the priest.
I kicked a dog. I stole a car.
I beat up my sister. Like I said,
So
yeah,
dumb.
And then like
I'm smoking
you can-
crack. Like I'm 8 years old. Like what do you want?
it's like, oh, you're addicted to crack. Okay, do 12 Hail Marys and you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, thanks, dude.
So yeah.
Man, when I was like 25, I went through that weird period where I got to believe in something because I feel lost, and I did everything. I like paid money to light candles at a Catholic church. Went to confession. I went to a mosque. I went to Buddhist temples, high in Japan and in China. I just went everywhere asking questions. It was weird. Did it all, man.
Yeah.
And then that's when I decided that's when I switched my major and got a religion, a BA in religions or religion and a minor in history, so I could at least teach history. But with the religion bachelor's, I found out I could teach English because of all the old writings that you had to read and write and all that. They considered that like English stuff. So
Yeah. Well, it's language studies, right? Kind of
with
related.
language studies, and then all the religious studies. Just it's crazy. It was like a really cool time because the college was going to, they offered trips, like, so the religion you were studying, they offered trips to go experience it firsthand, and that's what I wanted. I was like, let me see what this is all about. And
Right.
I just came to a conclusion that those people are just as confused as as I am. They just, what's crazy? Not to get on like a religious topic, but it's crazy that like most people's religion is only because of birth, not by choice. So they're like, well, my parents were Buddhist, so I guess I'm a Buddhist. Or my parents are Muslim, so I guess I'm Muslim. My parents were Catholic, so I think I'm a Catholic. And so it was all like I was born into it.
Right.
So then they don't really know what it is they believe. They just kind of know like it's a family thing. Even though I respect that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect that, but it's just when you're searching for something and you're like, well, why do you believe this? And they're like, I don't know. I just always went.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody here is just trying to figure it out. Top to bottom.
I figured it out. I figured out that episode 9 is going to be a disaster.
Oh,
Preach. I still have this little thread of hope. It's getting smaller by the hour.
Rev, I was
smaller by the hour, but I'm still hanging on to it so tight.
I was right there on that rope, man, for the longest time. When that first trailer dropped way back in the summer, I was like, okay, this could be good. To bring Palpatine back, they're going to try something crazy.
Yeah.
I'm being optimistic. And then now, as we speak, I'm working on a video where it's just like, yeah, I just give up hope. This is going to be just like everything that comes out slowly wore down my belief. Like, I'm so sure it's going to be bad now.
Well, and that little 30-second clip that just came out there with they fly now? I'm like, do you have a story group that's checking all of this stuff? Because
no,
flying stormtroopers are not new.
They're not new. And then you have somebody who was literally a stormtrooper from the First Order acting like he never knew that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And not only are they not new, like just new in the First Order, they've been around for a long time, and they've been in Disney canon. Like they're in the video games, they're in the comic books. Anyways, I was just like,
Kathleen Kennedy didn't have any comic books or games or books to go on.
That was the craziest comment ever. I'm trying to what was because that happened when I was in Peru, so I didn't fully read up on that. But what context did she say that in?
Just like that.
But
creating the sequel trilogy. Creating the sequel trilogy was hard because we didn't have any comic books or sources to go by to create these films. So there was no EU or.
But you also had script outlines from George Lucas.
Yeah. You had the trilogy in your hand. What do you mean you had nothing to go off of?
Like Bob Iger in his book, he said they had stories and they rejected them.
Yeah.
Like he flat out said this in his book.
It's unreal, man.
So, yeah. Oh, crap. I think my thread just broke.
Mine broke like.
What does that mean?
That last little
thread
I had for the movie. I want to like it so badly. I do. I really do. But
mine broke with the leaks, and then the final trailer was the last straw.
Yeah. This is the first Star Wars movie where advanced ticket sales are available that I haven't bought tickets yet.
Same. For episode 8, I bought them the day they went out. I got the tickets.
Yeah. And and all my friends, because they love seeing this stuff with me because they're not into it as much as I am, so they go to these movies with me more because I'm their entertainment because I'm so into it. And they're like, "Okay, Kev, we're gonna get our tickets. What seat are you sitting in? We'll buy a ticket near you." And I'm like, "I didn't get my ticket yet." And they're all like, "What do you mean? Are you okay? Are you dying?" Or like, it's like, even my wife is like, "Are we going?" Or like, did you book that weekend off work so you could go see it 20 times? And I'm like, we'll go see it on Cheapy Tuesday, maybe.
So sad.
A little part of me died. It's sad.
What if we see it and we're all wrong and it's great?
Oh, I actually
that would make me happy.
Me too.
Thrilled. I'd be thrilled.
It starts with
no problem going on my YouTube channel. I'm sorry.
Luke shows up holding the green saber. He's alive.
Yeah.
You did it. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it, man.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not taking my videos down though, but I'm sorry.
Of course not.
Imagine Luke's alive. Rey's evil. Yeah. Rey's evil. Anakin. Yeah, exactly. Anakin's back somehow. Mace Windu
fighting side by side with Luke. It's like,
And
oh,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yeah,
It just makes no sense, but we're all happy somehow.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys jumping in on this stream with me. I'm actually going to have to sign off there. I can see a bunch of people are starting to show up for my 7:00 meeting. Can see people walking past my door, so I got to start getting ready for that.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
This was awesome. I had a great time. Thanks for keeping me company during my dinner break.
Can we go offline? I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a few minutes. I could do that.
It'll take 1 minute, and you can think about it and tell me the answer later.
Sounds good.
Not like quiz the pastor question either. So all right.
I was gonna say, like, do you want me to leave?
You can. I don't care. You can listen. I'm just curious.
Right.
I just would love to hear his take on.
So if I hit the end broadcast button, that ends the YouTube thing, but keeps us.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So everyone who joined us, thanks for joining us on this stream. And yeah, just really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next video.
Peace.
5 seconds as we wait